Hi guys, looks like it's a short one this week. We are going into the SAA school news. Let me just share my screen. And we're going to have a few winners today, which we will get at the end of the call. Um, so we will. So let's share my screen. Perfect. So, oh, got this wrong number. So, this is the 3rd of August. Um, okay, Oracle Code Practitioner. We were doing timelines and capacity for yesterday. We had an amazing session where we were going into the timelines and we were looking at where the trajectory of the thing that's actually stuck, the thing that we want, but it's actually, as I say, same shit but different day, same face, same relationship but different face, that kind of thing. And then we went to the med beds to actually see what was going on here. As we can see here, where were we? Oh, oh, wow, 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 wow. Here we go. Got a lot of posts here. That's great. Amazing. Keep your posts coming, guys. Absolutely love it. Yeah. So, and it was really about understanding timelines, how the energy capacity of timelines, and how you're able to receive and sustain the information that's coming through and actually clearing those unconscious, because what we think is conscious. Now, one person says, no, I don't have anything. I'm good. However, when we looked at the unconscious, yes, there was hidden stuff. There's usually always something hidden in the unconscious, and basically, this is what we looked at. So, Templates Chem, again, 5 sessions. I just want to reiterate here as well that we are doing the 5 sessions, 2 distant healing sessions have to be with 4 of them with practitioners, 1 public, 1 earth distance, and 1 distant public. And also, I would like to have your final session with me, and I'm just checking in, see how the energy's flowing and how you are. So please book a call with me if you're nearing your Sikhem temple. Remember, I'm not here to judge, I just want to make sure that the energy is in the right flow and the practices are done right. That's all. There's no judgment, It's very informal, so don't get your knickers in a twist because some people do that. Oh my god, can't believe I'm doing it with the teacher. No, I'm not like that. It's very kind hearted, and I know I would certainly like to have that constructive feedback if at all I do need it. So we're going on today actually. Psychic surgery. We're really looking forward to this because to me this is a creme de la creme of Sikhem, and we will be bringing it in our soul surgeons from the spirit team who'll be helping us from the invisible world. Um, and it will knock your socks off. If you haven't already come into the Sikhem, please do so. It is a really, really powerful energy source and it's accredited, yeah. And what I've also done is I have put it on bi-weekly, so if anybody needs, they can't really afford the full premium price, please click this link. It's every 2 weeks. Same price, $72. So, but it's a 4 month container. I had to think what I was saying there. And it's also IPHM accredited. Now, we did a really amazing masterclass. I've just really actually put this up there, decoding the patterns. I know there was quite a few people. I noticed that Megan, I missed you out. So what I'll do is I'll send a wee loom. I'm going to do that after this, and I'll put that what I find in yourself. so that you've got that in there. What I would do is I would take the transcript from it because it'll only be live for 24 hours, the Loom Honey. Okay? But I'll get that after this call because I realised that I'd forgotten. We kind of went over on the time, if I'm being honest with you. Um, so yeah, here it is. I'm sure. I'm sure this is it here. This is the replay here. And what I did here was I really decoded the the patterns around procrastination, fear, being seen, perfectionism, feeling stuck, um, to show you patterns. You know what people were saying was actually going on is really the symptom. What I was showing people was what I was actually doing by decoding the patterns. What was I actually doing in that invisible realm? You know, what techniques was I using? Was I using soul contracts? Was I using timeline? Was I using holograms? Was I using, you know, deep ancestral work? You know, I let people know what I was doing there. And because of that, I have spent nearly 20 years in the spiritual realm crafting my techniques. You know, I didn't do it to start with. It was all about inner work for me, healing and what have you, and I worked with the best. But I'm bringing that to you. And what we're doing is we're doing a VIP yearly. So you'll get everything that's in premium, everything that's in standard, but it's a yearly fee of, and I've brought it down for you so that you are getting a saving of £617. So you're really getting about four months free from it. In fact, it's more than 4 months, about 4.5 months that you're getting free from the premium if you pay up the year. And that way you'll get the 1 year shamanic studies that we are starting in a couple of weeks, where we're going live with the soul contracts, past lives. I'm going to show you and train you the techniques. It'll be IPHM accredited. You know how I like to do my accreditation. I think it's really important when we're doing this kind of work that you've got a standard and integrity that we're working from. So the 1 year shamanic study is exclusive to VIP. However, you can do it in blocks in premium, but you'd still be paying the 144 a month. Yeah, but you would need to be on there for a year for that. So no brainer, really, isn't it? And also, what we'll be doing for VIP who sign up for this is you'll get a quarterly masterclass that's only for annual members only, and we'll be doing a VIP member spotlight for all different things. Grow your visibility, your business. You know, I'll be giving you a spotlight in the community as well, so that you've got that. And also, what I'll also be doing, this is a wee added bonus because I feel there's a lot of people who struggle with this. And this will be a professional website. You have to get your own domain though. So you have to buy that. But I will create you a professional website that you'll get very quickly. All you've got to do is answer 6 questions. I'm going to show you different ones here that I have created for my clients. And as you can see, they're completely different. You know, they're all different. The looks of them, but it's really speaking to your client, telling a wee bit about you, what you're actually giving people. Yeah. And then we have Alexandra. There we go. And you just tell me, what style do you like? What style do you? What's your brand colours? It would be in your brand colours as well, whatever your brand colours. So what you would give me is your brand colours, answer 6 questions, and that's it. and you've got to get your domain. And I advise you to get your domain as your name. It just works better. Yeah. Um, okay, so that's there. One payment, no monthly renewals, no price increases for 12 months. It is what it is. So you're getting, I think it works out about $47. It's about 2/3 you're paying. Um, as I say, it's about 4 months, 4.5 months you're getting for free, really. Yeah. Wins. Here's our wins. Our wins today is let's just go back here. We don't need that. Take that away. Where's that one? Let's go back to the community. Let's see what the wins are this week. I'm loving all your wins. It doesn't matter how small, how big, we like to celebrate you. And so winning for, this is a big one for Dorothy, that she's got her office desk and computer finally up. She's fit, and she looks amazing in her office, so she does. It just looks more professional, I think, when you're in an office like that. Well done, my dear, well done. I know it's taken about a year to get that computer, so she'll be feeling like she's not only has she done that, she means business. She's got her business card, she's got her website, everything's all ready to go. And if you watch the AI Stealing Your Gifts post, I actually decode Dorothy in there, which actually shows you what's going on. Yeah, so she knows what she's got to do. I've even put myself in here. Do you know what I was actually thinking about this, and I thought, I give everybody gifts all the time, and I never get a gift myself. However, if my name came in, I would do the wheel again. Yeah, because I would give myself that gift. So where are all the wins here? I've got lots of wins, absolute loads of wins. I get wins like every day. So Dreamweaver, her win is, I'm just going to add her to the wheel actually, because I don't think I put her name in there. Yeah, let me just put your name in. I've never seen that name, and I'm just going to do that a few times, because I've put you three shots you get at it. Come back. So she's navigated today's turbulent waters and stayed afloat. Well done. Megan, as I say, I'm going to do a wee Zoom for you because I missed your questions. We ran out of time. So I've been truly focused on building a business on a person coming out of a factory that didn't know squat about online. So my mindset really focusing on it, who I am, what I'm supposed to do. So there'll be actually information coming through of what's actually is going on here. Yeah, it is a roller coaster. Online is a roller coaster, and by the way, think of the long term, guys. Don't think of the short term. Think of the long term, because online you need the long term thinking, because it takes so long. 1, to build trust, 2, to get the right product, and 3, for you to be consistent enough that it compounds. Yeah. I mean, I've got lots of years practice in here. Yeah. So think of the long, the long game. Tamika, I listened to my body. I had a hectic work week and had many plans on what to do after. My body said, relax. Well done, because I know sometimes that can be hard for us. My win is I pushed past my fears, stayed consistent, and signed my first coaching client. Yes! I love that. Absolutely love that, Sadie. And Danny actually had a win, I'm sure. So here's another one. She's got her business card. And by the way, guys, when you've got wins like this, look, there's Dorothy. She's getting her business card out there to nearly 1,000 people. Yeah? So get these things up here as a win, so that you're getting this to 1,000 people, and then this actual Skool news, it goes to about 4,000 email lists. It's still, it's still building up, and I'm always cleaning that email list out, so it's of optimum. Yeah. So, get them up here. Here's Danny. I love this one. She was pinned for a wee while, Danny. So my wins this week all started with my mentor session with Anne. Absolutely love the session. And this is what I mean when you have been your skin's been in the game for a number of years, and you know your shit. You know what works for people. You know how to change the patterns. And we've only had a few sessions, and I know Danny won't mind me saying this, but the shift in her energy, the shift in her trajectory, her mindset is, it's so heartwarming. It really is. So we did some work around my being overly generous, the balance of giving and receiving, and how imbalance often connects back to family, self-worth, people pleasing, childhood, etc. We did some healing around this from the second we were completed. I'm not going to actually read all this, but actually what happened was, because she was overly generous, she wasn't given, and this I'm talking to a lot of people who do this, because this used to be me too. This is why I understand it. When you're overly generous like this and you give your last, yeah, and I mean literally, I would give my last to people who didn't deserve it, and I'd be sitting there with me and my kids with nothing, and I would just give, till I was depleted. And this is what happens with a lot of people. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be energy. You're giving your last, and then sometimes what can come is and this is not in Danny's case, by the way. Sometimes what can come is frustration, resentment. That because you're just the one that's always given, and you never get anything back. Prime example there is, I can give loads in my life. But when we did the work, when we finished the work with Danny, I did a beautiful process, and you could see the energy completely shift, the trajectory of our life completely shift. You could just see it. And I says to her, watch the abundance flow. The abundance will start to flow, and abundance does flow with Danny, but I says to her, watch it, really unexpected things will start coming in. And here she goes, that she had not only one, but I think she had quite a few unexpected, beautiful things happening. That she's got earth rhythms, and she is she's doing the big garden with flowers. We're talking acres here, It's amazing the mind that what she's got planned. Watch out for Danny May, because she has got so much planned, and it'll be amazing, absolutely amazing. So she's just planting these flowers, yeah, and her hubby comes in and says that's them. The people were wanting first dibs. They're coming in. They're not even putting it out there. They're coming to them. That's how it should work. Yeah, amazing. And then she's going to Sydney to see the Lion King. Amazing show. I went to Broadway to see it. It's absolutely amazing. And then her figurines. How blessed to give it to someone who's going to treasure something that we maybe not treasure, but our loved ones treasured. It just really warms our heart that we know we're going to give it to someone who feels really blessed with it. Amazing. Yeah, and it's overriding our technology issues. Absolutely amazing. So that is our whims for, here's another one, the Sikhem from Dorothy. She did a distant healing with a client, chat beforehand. And the beauty of this is that you actually are seeing right before your eyes the person shifting, they're changing, their state is changing, yeah? And sometimes what can happen is people can get knocked out because of the power of what's coming through those, the energy of what I've taught the Sikhem practitioners, because we teach at a high level here. And it's amazing, that the girl got knocked out. I just love that. I love when they're just, yeah. It's just amazing. And the thing is, there'll be shifts starting to happen. Yeah. And what she says is a great session that highlighted the importance of me carrying out future sessions in this way. Complete paperwork after to get the best outcome for the client. I was able to fully engage with guides from both sides and hold the space for energy, wisdom, and skill to do its work. On a closing note, I experienced the physical sensations in my body at the points we discussed that were relevant to her symptoms. This is when I trust and know that I am the hollow bone and facilitating the healing as guides do the work. I look forward to my next session online face. I absolutely love that. Absolutely love that. And we've got another leaderboard celebration even after the wins. So I'm doing 2 wins today for what's going on. Teresa, today I had a practice, the chem healing. One of beautiful Chem Soul Sisters want to share the daily win that means a lot to me. Healing was absolutely amazing. It's one of those sessions that will stay with me for a very long time. I'm not sharing the practice name because, well, it's confidential. And the beauty of this is it allowed Teresa to be vulnerable. How many of us in the healing world don't like to be vulnerable? We're the strong ones. We've got to be the strong ones. We're the ones that have got to be, keep our shit together. When in fact, there's that sensitive soul in there, the vulnerable soul that needs to show that emotion. And it's actually good to show that emotion. Yeah? Amazing. Absolutely love it. Yeah? So, the win for the, let's see what we've got. I actually did this and then I deleted everything and had to do it all again. Oh, I thought it was going to be me. Dorothy again! A card reading for Dorothy. There we go. You're a lucky. You're so lucky because you got it a couple of weeks ago as well. Here we go. Right. So now what I'm going to do is come back here. We've got the member leaderboards, and I'm going to do it for the leaderboards. So each week I'm going to do a gift for a win for the who's on the leaderboard. And if you're on the leaderboard 3 times, like Teresa, Dorothy, there's quite a few years that's on here, you'll get put in 3 times, yeah, because it's the whole names on this leaderboard. And I just want to say thank you for being, look at our unicorns here, that's over here, yeah, top 3. Francina, you're coming in, so's you, Tamika. I think I always say your name wrong, you know that? Tamika. I need to get that in my head, yeah? So Francina and Tamika, she'll be in stitches at me saying this, is, they're getting it up there, yeah? We've got Francis, Cassia, Danny, beautiful Danny, Dreamweaver. See a lot of posts from you in comments. I love that you're using our Claire, Team Claire. Yeah. I don't see Team Sarah McVeigh though on here at all. Sarah McVeigh. Michelle. Love Michelle. Faith. Beautiful to see you here as well, Faith. Now, just because you're not on the leaderboard doesn't mean to say that I don't appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. We're kind of in a lull just now. We're kind of in a lull just now. And, but trust me, we will be going back up there because I've got a few things up my sleeve that we're going to bring. And as I say, it's always energetics. We can't stay up at that level all the time because we'll burn people out. So I always like to dip down and then we'll go back up again. So you see the excitement. People say you can't do that. Well, trust me, you can. Yeah. So I have all these names here. Let me just take that. So let's go. Just make sure I have got. There we go. Let's spin the wheels. Who is going to get the next one? Caroline Blake. What does she get? Answer a question. So let us know. We don't hear much of Caroline nowadays. So Caroline, it'd be great for you to come and show us answering a question. And that, guys, is SAA School News. See you later.